Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the lands on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Entertainment only. One of my beautiful viewers asked me to have a look. President Biden, Joe Biden, has come out and said he is considering dropping the charges against Julian Assange, possibly trying to cut a deal to have the charges reduced to a misdemeanor with an early release. Now, Julian Assange, we all know the name, an Australian who he's now 52 years old, but boy, oh boy, his health is feeling in not very good condition at all. He's behind WikiLeaks. Was it Chelsea Manning went to jail for what happened with WikiLeaks? Um, Highlighting a lot of, good and bad aspects in regards to Afghanistan and the Middle East and the Iran Iraq war. The Iraq war, the Hussein, etc. Goodness me, talk about churn my memory in regards to that one because I hadn't written it down in my notes. Things like the waterboarding that was going on in interrogations, the humiliation of stripping prisoners of war and putting them into lurid situations, etc. It was just really, really horrific what he was exposing there. And yeah, he has been restricted very much so, but he does have a circle of support that are there for him. But it's also celebration here as well, emotional celebration. So maybe an emotional win as well. He has been literally, I mean, I know he was in the Ecuador embassy for a long period there, but he has literally been in a self-imposed prison for 15 years. He left the Ecuador embassy, I think he was forced to leave, and was taken into custody by the UK authorities awaiting extradition to the US. So those court cases have gone through. Oh, but let's have a look. Let's have a look. When I wrote my notes there, I've actually written down token jail time because I think what will happen is he will be extradited, he will be charged, but it'll be weeks worth of jail time. So show me the future of Julian Assange. Will Julian Assange be a free man? He is a broken man whose health is really in a horrible situation at the moment. Australia's been fighting for a long time to get these charges dropped and get him released. When I say a long time, our current government, our Labor government, our previous Liberal government were wannabe Trumpian government. They were throw the book at him type government. Let's have a look. Future of Julian Assange. Oddly enough, I see him coming back to Australia to I'm going to say quietly live out his days. Okay, don't know where in Australia. Let's have a look. What's happening with Julian Assange? Come on down, let's have a look. Okay, signifier card, Page of Pentacles. Information being brought forward about his health, basically. His health is going to play a big factor in this, and I have heard that his health is not good, and I'm just getting a real feeling that it is very much, he's not a well man. Okay, so he's bringing forward information about his health as part of the process. The challenge is Ace of Pentacles. There's a new start in regards to his health. He's just looking for, he's just looking for a new start. Now, I don't necessarily agree with what he did. He did highlight a few things that needed to be highlighted, but there was also, it was sort of because it was indiscriminate, there was also a lot that came out that shouldn't have come out as well. The challenge is giving him a new start. Okay, foundation of this reading. Compassion, the star of hope and healing, the star of compassion, the star of balancing things out, the best of democracy. Let's see where this goes. Okay, in the past, WikiLeaks, basically the giving and receiving of information. I wouldn't say he made a lot of money out of it, but this is just letting the information out. Crowning this reading, seen and heard and in a very uncomfortable position because he has been. Can also be a victory card, but I very rarely call it victory. This is more about it. It's all been seen and heard. The information came out, it was seen and heard. It's done its time, is what I'm hearing. It's done its time. Now, granted, you can't let these things go unpunished. I mean, one minute you've got Julian Assange with WikiLeaks, and the other you've got someone like Donald Trump stealing documents from the White House. Not terribly. I mean, I know they're completely different, but both cases were putting out confidential information. Oh dear. So it can't go unpunished. There is skilled work going on behind the scenes to try and work out some sort of path forward with this. Externally, he's got the light behind him, a higher position, having to defend himself against the messaging that's coming forward. But yeah, still, he's had to defend himself constantly. Is internally a ruling, a judgment, hopes and fears. There is hope amongst all the options that are available there, but boy, he made some poor choices as well in his lifetime. But there is hope in the middle here again, in amongst all the options. Is Biden turning up himself? Biden, Julian Assange basically has 15 years of self-imposed restriction for being the whistleblower, spy in the camp, the whistleblower. Plan coming to fruition in regards to something overseas. I'm wondering whether he can serve his time in Australia. I might ask that. And a judgment moment. Just a judgment coming down on this, quite a powerful judgment. Here we have a judge making a ruling on this, very emotionally overwhelming, and then moving on, moving forward. It's his legacy, it's the end of a cycle. We've got here a message coming forward about some sort of agreement. On the base, we've got the government bringing an end to this all, bringing an end to it so there can be a new beginning. So I'm going to, as usual, put myself out on a limb and say that Julian Assange, I'm getting there will be, look at the puppy dog there, there will be an agreement that comes to, and I'm just going to ask because I'm getting a hit on it at the moment, will Julian Assange serve his jail time in Australia? I'm just really getting a feel that he will serve his jail time in Australia. Let's have a look. I'm using my Gilded Tarot Royale for anyone that's interested in the decks. Will Julian Assange serve his jail time? So I'm getting that there'll sort of be some sort of cross deal done. I don't think he'll step foot on American soil. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing that he will be extradited to Australia. Here's Biden again. I'm getting that he'll be extradited to Australia and serve his jail time here, and it'll be a token jail time. It'll be a minimum security jail. Well, Julian, I'm feeling really intense about this, which usually means I'm right. Okay, come on down, let's have a look. Well, Julian Assange spent his jail time. So, yeah, bringing it to an end, absolutely. Biden is going to bring this to an end. And here we've got a new beginning, a new start, a new path forward. Here in the past, Julian Assange is the whistleblower, the WikiLeaks, circles of support and celebration crowning this reading. He is married. See where this goes. Bringing it to an end. New beginning, but it's the immediate future and ending in a new beginning. It's also a yes card. Here we've got externally putting in play overseas options, internally taking control. A lot of anxiety over this. The outcome, the King of Pentacles. There might be some monetary recompense, new beginnings, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. Negotiations going on behind the scenes. Well, yes, 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 yes. I am getting that he is going to. I'll grab pendulum and just triple check for those that are new. This is an amethyst that's been with me for, oh goodness, 25 plus years. A piece of wire from the craft shop and a chain that was in my drawer. Can I ask a question? Is there a negotiation going on for Julian Assange to, round and round means it's ready for the question, for Julian Assange, I'll just put it around my finger like that in case you're wondering, is there negotiations going on for Julian Assange to serve out some jail time in Australia? Is there negotiations going on? Yes. Can I ask a question? Will Julian Assange serve out some jail time in Australia? Yes. Yeah. It's almost like it's just going to. It's almost like the deal will be done. He will come back to Australia. He'll be in a minimum security prison for a nominal period of time. I'm not talking years here, weeks, maybe months, and then he will just quietly spend his days slipped into society. See how it plays, anyhow. Love to you all. Take care.